Hello friends, today we are going to learn direct-indirect speech. To understand this, we will need an example. Suppose two persons are talking and you are listening to them what they are talking about. The first person, that is the girl, is Ria and the second person is Shiva. So, Shiva said to Ria, "I have completed my engineering." This is the sentence which was spoken to the girl by the boy. And after listening, you decide to go to your friends and then tell them what these two persons were talking about. Now, there can be two ways of telling the thing or telling what you have heard. If you repeat the same way and if you repeat the same sentence without making any changes as it is to your friends, then this is the first way. And if you make some changes before telling them, then your sentence will be like this. See the first way of telling your friends. Shiva said to Ria, "I have completed my engineering." And see the second way. Shiva told Ria that he had completed his engineering. One way is called direct way. And in this way, you don't make any change. And the second way is indirect way. This means you tell or you narrate things in your own way, making some changes, adding or removing some of the words. Let's move on further. See the definition here. Reported speech is also known as direct and indirect speech or narration. In indirect speech, we convey the speaker's message or whatever we hear in our own way. Thus, the message can be conveyed in two ways. First way is direct speech. Second way is indirect speech. Now let's take the same example here to understand some other things. See the first sentence again. Shiva said to Ria, "I have completed my engineering." Now this is a complete sentence, but there are two parts of this whole sentence. And both of the parts are complete sentences. The first part, which is underlined here with these arrows, Shiva said to Ria. Then there is a comma afterwards. Then inverted commas start. And it is written here, "I have completed my engineering." So there are two sentences here. One, Shiva said to Ria, and the second one, "I have completed my engineering." So the first thing here, first sentence is called reporting verb. And the second sentence, which is in inverted commas, that is reported speech. Now, reporting verb is also known as outside part, and reported speech is also known as inside part. Why this part is called inside part? It is just because this part is in inverted commas, as you can see here. Now look at this sentence carefully. This said to changed into told. And we have removed comma and inverted commas and we have placed that. That here is working as a connective. Then we have changed I into he and have into had, my into his, and rest of the part is same. Why these changes happened? What is the grammar behind these changes? That we have to understand in this topic. Another two examples are for your study. See here, I say to my brother, "You became my inspiration long ago." So say to changes into tell. Again, we add a connective, that is that, and then we make some other changes like you into he, ago into before. Now you must be confused how these changes occurred in the sentence. So let's talk about the rules of reported speech. First thing, change in reporting verb. As you remember, reporting verb is this part. So what kind of changes occur in reporting verb while changing the sentence into indirect sentence? See carefully this said to. Said to, say to, will say to. Now here, in the first one, there is past tense, said to. In the second example, say to is there and it is present tense. And in the third example, there is will say to and it is future tense. In these three sentences, there are different tenses and that you have to keep in mind while changing. So, why said to became told, why say to became tell, and why will say to became will tell. See carefully here. See this part, kinds of sentences in reported speech. There can be 5 types of sentences in reported speech. That means this part. If you see here, I have completed my engineering. This is an assertive sentence. Then, see the second example. You became my inspiration long ago. This is also a declarative, an assertive, or an affirmative sentence. Then the third one, I don't want to go with them to enjoy the roller coaster. This is also a declarative sentence. So, these all are declarative sentences. There can be other sentences also, just like interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, exclamatory sentences, and optative sentences. In all these 3 sentences, there are declarative sentences. That means assertive sentence. So because of that, if there is said to, just like we have seen here said to, then it will become told. Why? Because there is to. So said to will be told. In the same way, say and says will remain the same. They will not be changed. Say to and says to will change in tell and tells, and then so on. If there are interrogative sentences in reported speech, then these changes will occur. Said and said to will be changed into asked. Says and says to will be changed into asks. In the same way, if there is imperative sentence in reported speech, then the outside part, that means this reporting verb, will have these changes. As you know, imperative sentences are of, order, request, advise, forbidding someone something, suggestion, proposing, command, and so on. Suppose Mohan said to Sohan. So this said to will be changed into ordered, requested, asked, advised, forbade, suggested, proposed, commanded, and so on, according to the feeling and type of the sentence inside. In the same way, if there are exclamatory sentences in inside part, then you will make change like this. Suppose Mohan said to Sohan. So you will change it into Mohan exclaimed with joy, with sorrow, with grief, with surprise. Or you can also say Mohan remarked, Mohan confessed, Mohan applauded, and so on. Then if there are optative sentences in reported speech, then said and said to, which will be always in outside part, it will be changed like this. Wished, desired, blessed, cursed, prayed, bade, thanked, congratulated, etc. So you need to keep in mind this table or these changes while changing from direct to indirect. We will learn about other changes in our next video. Till that, have a good day.